Hundreds of thousands of South Africans are still unable to get their driver's license cards issued. The single machine capable of manufacturing the permits has been broken since November. How does this affect your vehicle insurance? Ernest North is the co-founder of Naked Insurance, so let's find out if we're covered. Ernest, this is something that's been asked before and we've had the answer, but somehow people are still confused. So clear it up for us. If your driver's license is expired and you're in an accident and you have to file a claim, are you covered?
So I think it is a very good question, and the reason there's confusion is because legally your insurance contract says that you have to obey all the rules of the road and you have to adhere to all the requirements. And one of those is, of course, that every car needs to have a license disc and every driver needs to have a valid driver's license. However, the short answer is you are probably still covered because in practice, if something did not materially affect the risk, then the fact that, for example, your license is a couple of days expired, or in the case of many South Africans at the moment, a couple of months expired, that has not significantly changed the risk. And reasonably, your claim should not be affected by it. So although we are strongly encouraging all policyholders and all South African road users to make sure that their cars and their driver's licenses are up to date. The fact that there are extenuating circumstances at the moment, lots of factors affecting why there are many people not having valid licenses. In practice, in most cases, it should not affect your claim.
In what cases could the claim be affected, Ernest?
So I think first of all, we have to look at the reality of why there are so many people without valid driver's licenses, of course. There's the fact that during the COVID period for about 18 months, explicitly, many people were given an extension by the Minister of Transport for having their driver's license renewed. This was because people themselves were struggling to travel and to make the practical arrangements to get their licenses renewed, as well as the fact that there were trouble in terms of the capacity at the driver's license offices. This was coupled with trouble or challenges relating to the online booking system, and as you have alluded to, challenges with the actual manufacturing or printing processes, and some of the logistical challenges there. So, if any of those are the circumstances or the reasons why you have not renewed, then obviously the fact that you then have an accident, it should not be affected by that, and your claim should be processed as normal. If there is something, for example, where your ability to drive the car is what is causing you not to renew your license, for example, there's been a change in your physical circumstances, your eyesight has deteriorated, or there's been some other challenge like a loss of limb or something like that, if that is affecting your ability to renew your license, then the fact that you haven't renewed your license as a result of that factor will in fact affect your claim. So that should be the minority of people, and for most people, you should not have any trouble at claim stage at the moment, and you should feel comfortable at the moment that you are fully insured, because you're not seen as an unlicensed driver simply because you haven't renewed in time. But it is worth saying that increasingly entities like insurers and car rental agencies and even the traffic police themselves are going to become less and less lenient as the 31 March deadline for actually renewing your license comes up.
Some insurance companies say they'll honor the claim if you show that you've taken necessary steps to try and get your license renewed. What are some of those steps that you could take to show that you have tried to get your license renewed in case you're in trouble?
Yeah, I think one of the exciting things is the fact that the online booking system is increasingly an avenue that many people are using. And so I think having evidence that you've made a booking, so even if your booking hasn't happened, but you have evidence, so you've made a booking and it's for a future date, keep evidence of that booking with you for the week or two that while you're driving and waiting for that booking. Subsequently, once you've gone in for the booking and you're waiting for the actual card to be printed, you will in most cases be supplied with a temporary license disc and so or license card, so you can keep that with you as well.
Well, Ernest, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. Ernest North speaking to us about insurance implications if you can't get your license card renewed.